CJ, back in the van for Vantastic Dayz with the lovely Liz Jones, who has just done her set at Indigo Cafe for Seeds of the Grassroots live music, which was an absolutely gorgeous set.
Thank you very much.
And you had your friend Susie?
Yeah, Susie Cargill. Yeah, sort of musical partner really. We've been playing music together for almost a decade. Not quite.
Wow, yeah.
But she struggles to get in and out of vehicles because she's got a walking disability. So Susie was invited here, but couldn't get into the van.
Couldn't get into the van, but we will get her next time. Yeah. Probably through pipelines, which I do like static gigs. So we'll get some sorted for that in the future, hopefully. But I know my friend Ryan, who does the Seeds of the Grassroots promotions and gigs, he's followed you about. So you've been up and down the country doing gigs all over the place, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard. Let's say about 4 or 5 years ago, I've always worked full time, and I started to just realise that if I wasn't going to put everything I had into the music, then the years were just going to pass by, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So for a few years I just have been taking every opportunity. I've just been saying yes to everything that's come along, and I've got myself into situations where I'm just doing like 0 hours contract type work, and jobs where I go in and say, look, I'm a musician, so I'm going to be kind of unreliable, but self-employment and all that, just we can negotiate. And so whenever an opportunity comes up, I just take it. I've gigged in Penzance from Edinburgh, you know.
Wow.
And then if a gig comes up, I take it, and then I try and plan things around it to make it more logical, but it doesn't always work. But it's I love it. I love touring. I love touring on my own and with people equally.
I mean, your passion for playing really comes through your music and your songwriting. It has to be said. This is the first time I've seen you this evening. Have you played from a very young age?
I was really crap when I was young. I did some like performances at school, tried to be in a part of a small choir, and I sort of just got stared at awkwardly. I really had a rubbish voice, and I think age, and I don't know if it's hormones or just like general body maturity, but I didn't get a voice that was worth anything until my mid-20s really.
Wow.
And I know that because there's deleted now video evidence of my first open mics when I was like in my very, very early 20s. And I was pretty rubbish.
Wow. There's no sign of that anymore whatsoever. I'm genuinely quite surprised to hear that, because it's just your voice and your playing is just remarkably. Very talented.
I think I got lucky. I mean, I always wanted to be a singer. I was always enthralled by the thought of it, and sort of tried to sing. And I think when you're young, and particularly in my generation, there was a lot of very sort of polished American sounding vocals coming out in music, and as a youngster you often just try and emulate things, and I just can't do that. I don't sound like a pop singer, and I never will. And then at some point in my teens I discovered the blues, and I am a massive blues fan, and even though I'm not a blues musician as such, I definitely have a voice that found a place in the blues. Just a bit more loose, a bit less perfection, a bit more about the emotion and the delivery. And then I started to kind of think, oh, that didn't sound too bad, or maybe I just need to let my voice do what it does rather than try and make it sound like something that as a youngster I admired.
Do you have to go through different kind of types of music then to find that sort of voice that suited you? I'm
getting used to knowing what works for my voice and what doesn't. Like I've not got a great range. I know that I can't hit the super low notes and the super high notes, and I know that I can't I've actually tried to do folk songs, and I am actually rubbish at that. I haven't got the right timbre to my voice. I can't be delicate enough in the places, and surprisingly I've started to do a bit of soul singing, and nobody with this speaking voice would ever expect me to do a soul speaking, but I'm getting better at sort of working it into music and things. But my it's blues that I've come from. The place that I started to get any kind of thing working with singing was starting with the blues.
Wow. So who were your influences then through that kind of blues music, would you say?
I listened to a lot of singer-songwriters when I was young, and then, this is embarrassing, but it's true, the first blues music that I was introduced to was the Simpsons. They brought out a blues album, right? And I got that CD when I was, I don't know, 13, and I played it from beginning to end, and I thought, this is the best music I've ever heard in my life. Like, I know it's Marge Simpson and Homer Simpson and all of the characters singing it, but I love this. And soon I knew all the words and I started just learning to sing along to things. I think I also picked up an Ella Fitzgerald LP from my grandparents, and I started to follow Ella Fitzgerald along and thought, well, if I'm able to follow some of this, I can't hit all the notes obviously, then maybe, just maybe. But Bonnie Raitt's a massive influence on me, just because she's so natural. Just sort of, you know, you can see it oozing out of her on stage. It's this natural delivery, natural talent. And yeah, I mean, I've got a really broad taste in music. Really into blues, but I'm also really into psychedelic rock and southern rock, kind of American jam bands. I love the sort of origins of the blues, more the kind of black folk era of the blues, and I listened to loads and loads of that stuff for many years, which is not what I do, but it's definitely, I don't know, helped me learn that having a perfect voice isn't everything. It's much more about the delivery if you're in that kind of genre.
I mean, you're saying about Bonnie Raitt, but to me, like, watching you sing and play, that talent is shining through. I mean, I love coming to like the sort of grassroots gigs, because it always amazes me. You know, when you do see sort of the massive talents that have had all the productions and the promotions, and they're getting huge, but to me it's wonderful when you see talent at that sort of grassroots state. You know, you could watch you on a massive stage, and it'd feel like that's where you should be, just because, you know, someone's had all that backing and help to get where they're going. You know, it's years of slog for a lot of people, but there's equally as good talent and great songs from great people in these small venues and gigs that are putting all the hard work into going up and down.
It's the book of there saying hello. Hi.
Going up and down the country and other countries, to putting in that hard work.
It's easy to allow bitterness to creep in, you know, because you do see people that have wild success, and sometimes you think, I'm not quite sure that they're any better than the person that I know that played in the pub on Thursday night. And for me personally, there's a handful of songwriters and singers and performers that I know who are absolutely wonderful. They're just world class to me, and because of their circumstances or budget or, like, you know, people, but one, just an example, is a mother of 3 and just absolutely will never ever be able to tour and do all of those things. And it's hard. You have to accept that the music industry sadly just doesn't support everybody, and it can't. And I'm just pushing and fighting and like stubbornly trying to move forward, with the advantage of not having kids or a mortgage, or a job with a boss that needs me there 5 days a week. You know, I'm just trying to take advantage of the things that I have got, and it's easy to get bitter when you see. It seems like it's so easy for some people, and then you as an individual, you slog away for years and years and see very slow progress. But at the end of the day, every time I do a gig like tonight, I realise I'm living the dream, actually. Yeah,
I mean, that's the passion that you see coming through on people. It's just, you know, they're there to do it because they love doing it. I
would never want to stop doing gigs like this as well, to 25, 30 people max in a little tiny space. I'd never want to stop doing that. And I know that musicians that I know that have climbed the ladder and have moved to the next level, where they're selling out sort of 200, 300 capacity venues, they miss this. So if this is the you know, this is all I ever do, I'll still be very, very happy, because it's the best thing when you meet 20 new faces and you leave with 20 new names, and I like that. It's the best bit for me.
And you get that connection with people, don't you? So I'm going to let you introduce a song and play a song for us, and I'm going to jump out the way while you do it. So
all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Now then, happy or sad? Happy or sad? What do you want?
Let's go with happy.
Okay, I'll do a song that I wrote for a couple of friends of mine who married each other, and this was their wedding song. Don't write many wedding songs. You don't need a classic love song. Tradition is not your care. You met in the modern world when colors ran through your hair. And anybody who knows you like me would simply agree that you were meant for things beyond this world. You're a rainbow girl and the magic man, crossing borders to make your plans, and I have never seen a stronger hand in my days. And you're a rainbow girl and the magic man, crossing borders to make your plans, and I have never seen a stronger hand in my days. Well, you don't need no classic love song. Tradition is not your style. And the way you live your lives always makes me smile. And anybody who knows you like me would simply agree that you were meant for things beyond this world. Though, 'cause you're a rainbow girl and a magic man, crossing borders to make your plans, and I have never seen a stronger hand in my days. Oh, and you're a rainbow girl and a magic man, crossing borders to make your plans, and I have never seen a stronger hand in my days. Dear friends, you are holding all the aims. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A knock there from the person needing to wrap up the venue.
Thank you.
Got to go,
Yes, we've got to go. We're not part in any shape or form illegally on any double yellow lines at all. But Liz, thank you so much for joining me in the van.
Thank you.
And I look forward to catching you again. No doubt I will do. With Brian collaring you for gigs left, right, and centre.
Yes.
So thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.